Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You've got me for the night, and you've got an Andy. And who knows, at some point Ed may join us, but he's not here yet.
Just don't know.
He might turn up. You never know. You never know.
Have the power.
Buford was here on time
He
for
was.
a change. Look at that, tapping his wrist a minute ago. Good evening, Josh. You know what? I'm not going to show up all the comments, just the ones that really need to be seen. So there we are. So that was one of them. Hello there, Mr. B.
Mr. B.
And Martin's with us as well.
Evening, Martin.
Richard's with us. Hello, everyone. Oh, Gareth, what have you gone now?
What has he gone indeed? What's he gone?
Yes. Hello, Dave. How are you? Oh, I never changed the style of these things, did I?
It's sort of...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I've been running around. Running's not the right word. I haven't been running at all. I've been running late today, so it's
Yes.
Done. There we are. What have I gone and done now? Yeah. Well, we'll get into it. It's something to discuss.
That's better.
Hello, Patrick. How are you, sir? Oh, it takes too long for these comments to come up after I click on them, you know.
Is it?
Martin says hello to us. And everyone else is saying hello to each other, so I don't need to show them. Yeah, it's been an exciting week. I'm going to start with my pickups.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to start with my pickups. Well, two of them.
Sure.
I got myself a couple of lovely crutches.
Vintage crutches. Wow, you never see them anymore, Gareth.
I think they're brand new, actually, are these ones. Yeah.
Cool, what a pair.
Yeah, it's been fun. I'm in a cast, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a cast on my... I have never in my life until Monday needed a pot or a cast. That's all. And yeah. I've been advised to say on very good authority that it was a rock climbing accident.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Totally.
the truth, I was late for the bus and I saw it coming and run for it and snap.
It turns out he's not actually the $6 million man. Yeah.
No, I'm not actually Linford Christie. I thought I was for a moment. Yeah.
You thought you were Superman briefly, and then gravity took over again.
Well, I never hit the ground, you know.
Impressive.
Yeah, I never hit the ground. Obviously I was on the ground. About 5 steps into a sprint, I just felt this snap at the back of my leg, and it felt like the twang of a very thick elastic band. And it was my Achilles tendon. No pain from that whatsoever. But then my foot went back down. Oh, there was a lot of pain then. There was a lot of pain then. And I still made it onto the bus.
Made it on the bus. How the hell did you manage that?
Well, I just kind of like limped, and I've got my arm out like this, you know, tried to say, stop, please stop. And he did stop at the bus stop, so I still had a few steps to go. And I got on, and I said, I give him the money. And I said, Dewsbury bus station, please. I don't know what I've just done to my leg. And then I sat down on the nearest seat to the door. Oh, we've got someone waiting to join us. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Oh, here he is, look. Here he is.
Here he is.
Did you see my new pickups?
You are?
Did you see my new pickups?
Yeah, I thought we were being punished, being made to wait because I'm late.
Well, that's your own fault. You should have been like, hello, everybody. We've got Ed with us as well. Oh, here we go. What's that doing? No, it's better. I want to change that from blue to red. You two chat amongst yourselves for a minute. I don't like the blue.
All right, Ed.
Don't.
He's injured himself.
Brand. There we go.
You're not here? Oh. No. No, you're the silent Ed. You can't hear me. So turn your volume on.
He's prattling about.
You think? I'm not entirely sure that he is, to be fair.
Oh, I think he is. Primary
Twiddle your
colour.
knob. Twiddle your knob, Ed.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, there we go.
Still the wrong way.
Can you hear me now?
Yes!
But we just wish we couldn't. There we are. That'll do. That'll do. Right. Okay. We've got
You're pretending again now.
comments. Where am I with the chat? Oh, Steve's with us. Steve's with us.
Good evening, everyone.
Reanimator's with us. Hello, Reanimator.
Everyone said hello. Good
You
evening.
sound very quiet again now, though.
I sound what?
Oh, that's better.
It's because
It's
I've not got it. I've not got the microphone right up here like that.
Yes, you need it right up against your mouth.
Yes.
You know, just like that. A bit like Lemmy from
It's a
Motorhead.
custom at the
you know.
beginning of the show to say break a leg.
Can you hear me okay when I'm close up like that? Is that all right for you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Fuzzball, hello.
Laugh it up,
Yes,
fuzzball.
Nice.
Did I drop my wallet on my... If it did, with all the moths that are in there, it'd take off. I dropped my phone, though.
Oh, no.
No, your wallet's full of Mothras. Not
Mothras,
Oh.
yeah. I did drop my phone, and I didn't realise I dropped my phone, and I left it. But there's a very, very kind person that lives very nearby, isn't there, Ed? That went out and found it for me.
Well, they live nearby. I won't exactly consider them as being kind.
Bless him. Bless him. I'm not throwing up every comment. I need to get out of the habit of everyone's comments to each other.
Yeah, just let them talk
Leave it
amongst themselves.
I can't believe you dicked yourself running for a bus. Yes, age is a... Yes, I know.
It's cruel.
It was rock climbing.
It's rock climbing. Rock climbing to get a bus.
Jumpy, hello. How you doing, sir?
That's a lot of people's.
Yeah.
Some of whom are here, of course.
I think that's everyone's. There we are. Yeah, so Ed came up with tonight's main topic, so I'm going to let him introduce it when he's finished typing.
What?
Ed came up with it, then he forgot it.
Yeah, I forgot it. He's just prattling about.
I'm bringing a little humour to the.
I know how you feel, Gareth, says Steve. I snapped my Achilles on my right leg in 1990. Crutches for a few more. Yeah, it seems to be a right leg thing, doesn't it? It's the right leg for me, and when I had a look online, everyone seems to be complaining about the right leg. So I don't know if... Maybe because most people are right-handed, and that means they're right-footed, so they put more effort into that. I don't know. I'm trying to rationalise something that probably doesn't need rationalising. Is it a spectrum? Is tonight's topic anything to do with the spectrum?
No.
It's had a few, though.
If you want, I can horseshoe a spectrum into the conversation. If you want, it's not. It wouldn't take me 2 minutes to do.
Have we let
I mean,
I think all our
I can't
people...
help it. I mean, spectrums are my Achilles heel. What can I say? It's just,
The first of many.
Too soon?
well, right. Come on, then. Let's serious. Now, let's put his best foot forward and get on with things. Anyway, right. So
in your mouth, yeah.
I've just remembered what it was. So, because I've had to have looked.
No, Steve, it's not.
Airwolf related. No. Right. So, the idea I had was to, as a bit of a discussion point for us and for your good selves in the chat there.
Come on, get on with it.
I'm building it up. You know, it's going to be a topic. It's going to be a talking topic that's over in 10 minutes. So I'm just like, I'm padding it out. You know.
Hey, Gareth, he doesn't want to trip.
Oh, that looks better. I like that. Airwolf mixed with a bit of Benny Hill would be brilliant. Could you imagine? Instead of that theme tune, it's the Benny Hill music.
Yeah, Yakety Sax is what theme tune we call. Anyway,
He's going to get hopping mad. Oh, here we go.
He is.
We started it
on
out.
topic.
We opened the floodgate.
On topic.
I don't know. Right then, so movies. We all have his favourite movies or movies that we like. Hop Along Cassidy. Bloody hell. Yeah. Here's an old cowboy, Hop Along Cassidy. Anyway, so yes. Movies. We all have his favourites. They're all movies that we like and we'll watch. But I was at the sink the other day washing up. It just occurred to me. Movies that have had sequels that really didn't need them. Or, like we may personally feel that, a particular movie didn't need a sequel. And so I thought, maybe that could be a good talking point because, there are lots of sequels out there. The sequels for Man and Dog out there at the moment. And I just thought, right, well, there's films that we enjoy that have had sequels, but did they really need a sequel? And that's it. And so there you go. Who would like to start us off?
Star Wars.
Which one?
Star Wars. It didn't have A New Hope on its title back then, did it?
No, it didn't.
Called Star Wars.
No.
And in all fairness, it does everything it needs to do.
But didn't he envisage it as a trilogy originally, though, even if that wasn't
He says he envisaged it as 6 films originally, but he didn't. I don't believe he did anyway.
I think from some of the treatments and some of the sort of like the story shards that is shared over the years, I do believe he had a lot of content that he wanted to use.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But whether or not he initially intended, because I mean, he kind of like he did say that the film that he made, as in Star Wars, was kind of like he took the middle part of all the things that he'd written. So he did have story ideas for stuff that came before, and he did have story ideas for things that came after. But like I said, whether or not he actually initially intended to, make it, part of a trilogy.
Come on, zombie.
I don't suppose we'll know, really. But no, Star Wars could have been, but if he hadn't decided to make a sequel, we would have been robbed of The Empire Strikes Back.
Correct.
So, so maybe in the case of Star Wars, you could maybe alter the question slightly, say, yes, did the Star Wars trilogy need a sequel and did it need a prequel? Maybe that's what you could do with that one. But well, for my part, then, I'm going to... These are 2 films that I like and I enjoy. One of them's RoboCop.
Interesting.
I didn't really... that really didn't need a sequel. Yeah? And the sequels that we got were very much of diminishing returns, like quality-wise.
So are we... Do we have to have actively disliked the sequel, or do we just think it was completely pointless?
No, it could be a good sequel, I mean, right. I'll give you a good example then from my point of view of a good sequel, which really wasn't necessary.
Okay.
And this is going to make me probably unpopular with a few people, but hey, what the hell? I personally feel that the Back to the Future didn't need any sequels. Everything was just nicely tied off in one and done. They go on and have their adventures. I enjoy Back to the Future 2. I enjoy Back to the Future 3, but I personally feel Back to the Future 3 is the weakest of the trilogy. For me personally, yeah. But yeah, so that's, I suppose, a good example of one that I feel is a good sequel, but ultimately kind of unnecessary.
Yes. See, Ghostbusters 2 for me.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Leave it. Just leave it. Done. That's it.
But
That being said, I like the reimagining as well. I haven't watched all of the reimagining ones, I must admit, but I did quite like the first one. I thought that was quite nicely done. So that I had time for. But,
You mean Afterlife, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah. I think that one's actually meant to be a sequel. The other one, which I'd say is more of a reimagining, is the Ladybusters, which nobody likes. Except I don't think it's as bad as everyone makes it out to be.
I've never sat through it, so I can't really comment on that.
I actually enjoyed it.
Fair enough. Interesting. So Dave thinks Terminator.
I was going to say Terminator. As much as the second one is good, it is just a remake of the first.
Well, all remakes are another.
Yeah. As is, someone mentioned Jaws 2. Yeah, Jaws 2 is okay. It's a decent enough film. It's not great, but it's not bad. But it's kind of like not really necessary. But but I agree with you, Andy. Ghostbusters 2.
Palps, hello.
Palps.
Somehow he returned.
I can remember going to the cinema to see Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, yeah.
I remember coming out of the cinema feeling quite disappointed. It wasn't a patch on the first film. And I've actually seen interviews with Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, and there was a lot of things in the film that they weren't happy with. But there was apparently there was rewrites, there was a bit of studio interference and things like that. So, and also money as well. There were some things that they wanted to do that the budget just wouldn't allow them to do. So it's So no, I don't. I'd agree with you there on Ghostbusters 2.
I'm going to say Toy Story.
Interesting.
Again, I love the second one, but did we need it? I think the first one did everything that film needed to do.
Yeah, I guess. When you choose, when you think of like a sequel to a film, it's like whether or not it adds anything narratively, yeah, to the wider story, because like I say, if you go with say like my suggestion of Back to the Future 2, it kind of. It is. Back to the Future 2 is kind of in and of itself its own story.
Yes,
it's not really linked to the first one in as much that it's got the same characters in. It's not like a continuation of the overall story, perhaps. Because like Back to the Future 2 really sets off is really the first. I kind of see it as like the first film in a that's the first, and then the sequel to Back to the Future 2 is Back to the Future 3 because it continues the story.
Thought of one, then I've lost it again now.
I don't know, because I feel like Back to the Future 2 sets up Back to the Future 3 in the same way that Back to the Future set up Back to the Future 2.
But the thing is, though, it's like they never intended to make a sequel to Back to the Future. Like I say, it was, Bob Gale and Bob Zemeckis, it was done, it was just one film. It was just...
why did they stick that at the end of it, then?
Stick what at the end? You
need to come back with me to the future. It's your kids, Marty. It's your kids.
Yeah, it was just a way to finish the story. Yeah, it wasn't... They never intended to be a sequel. That's why it wasn't until the film went onto home video release that they put the thing at the end of it saying to be continued.
So I think they did 2 and 3 back to back, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yeah, 89 and 90 they were released. So it was like it was like 4 and 5 years later. But that's so.
So I have another one.
Mm-hmm.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Because that's a very nice self-contained. Oh my god! At the end of it.
Yes. Yeah.
With old Charlton.
Yeah.
Die Hard.
Die
Again,
Hard.
it's another one where the sequel is just a remake of the first.
Well, all the sequels are just rinses and repeats, aren't they? Bloke with
No,
gun.
I do think the third film is very, very much. It's Die Hard with a Vengeance is quite original when compared to the other two.
Is that one when they had to do more problem solving?
It was the Samuel L. Jackson one.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they play Simple Simon.
Yeah.
Simon Says, the third, but so I suppose
Which is funny because that one's actually more of a sequel to the first anyway, because the whole terrorism thing is the brother-related thing, isn't it? He picks McClane because of the events of Die Hard.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, it's linked, isn't it?
I'm just looking at some of the comments here. Someone's put Alien.
Yep.
Alien is a good film. Yeah, it is a good film. I personally feel that Aliens is better.
It's a very different film.
We've lost Ed. No, I don't disagree actually, but I do see them as, like you say, very different films.
One of them is just like it's Halloween in space. It's like it's just.
I haven't seen it yet. No, you're quite right.
What's
I haven't seen it. It wants to say Rambo, but Gav hasn't seen First Blood. I haven't seen it. I do need to. It's on the list.
So
it's a very, very long list.
Well, you've got time now.
Yeah.
I was in work today.
Honestly.
Hence the tumble. Aliens is better, says Phil. It seems to take ages for these comments to actually come up.
It's because they're animated.
Oh, look at this. Transformers. Which one?
Well, yes.
He'll be talking about the 2007 film.
Yeah.
I don't know. It made an awful lot of money, and that's why it got a sequel. That's why it needed a sequel.
But arguably, you see, again, I don't really think they're massively sequels. They're just another Transformers film, aren't they? Really? Like Ed was saying before, do they actually tie in? I mean, the Matrix shards sort of link them a little bit, but really, I always found them really disjointed. Because all of a sudden, look, more Transformers. They are. And we haven't seen where they've arrived from or where they've come from.
If you pay any attention whatsoever to the IDW comics, that are prequels and sequels to each film, they are desperately trying to tie them together and make the backstory work. And then another film comes out and completely erases the work that they've tried to do.
Yeah,
I really feel sorry for IDW on that front. It's like they're fighting a losing battle.
Yes, exactly.
Zuckus, hello.
Continuity not high on the list of requirements for the Transformers.
I'm massively behind on these comments. Not so long. It didn't take Dave long to mention Transformers.
What about Cannonball Run? I can't even remember what the second one was about. I feel like Cannonball Run probably should have just stopped at one.
It was exactly the same.
Jumpy, absolutely spot on here. Love the first film, Avatar. Was never interested in watching the second one and never had. Well, I did watch the second one and I was looking forward to it because as much as people hate it, I love that first film a lot. I really do love that film.
I saw it in 3D in the cinema, I remember.
Yeah, it's the same film again, but with water.
The only problem with Avatar for me was that I'd already seen Fern Gully.
Yeah. And Dances with Wolves and Last of the Mohicans.
And basically any film by James Cameron.
There's even aliens in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I've never seen American Graffiti. I didn't even know it had a sequel.
Yeah, it's called More American Graffiti.
Oh, okay. Sequels predominantly are made up because the studio think it was a cookie cutter for a dish. Yeah, I can see that. I
mean, Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
Critters.
What was the first film to get a sequel?
Ooh. Interesting question. First
Obviously we know Planet of the Apes did, so that's 60s.
Superman, Planet of the Apes, Star Wars, a bit later on perhaps.
When did Quatermass come out?
Yeah, black and white originally. Charlie Chapman.
Doctor Who, the Daleks, that was 66 and 60. No, yeah, 66 and 67, 65 and 66. 65 and 66. Oh, God, can't believe I'm tripping up over that one. Marty McFly is the villain in Back to the Future. Go on then, I'll let you explain that to us, Alps. Even Mr. B's puzzled about that.
Probably because he destroys the evil alternate universe, which from a Palp's point of view would be a bad thing.
Does he destroy it though? Because it would still exist, just as a parallel timeline, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I can't remember if he went far enough back to avoid it ever coming into existence in the first place. I think he probably did.
Listen to the Crow.
Just to answer your question, the first movie to get a sequel was a film called The Birth of a Nation from 1915.
Oh, wow. Okay. When did it get a sequel?
The following year, 1916.
Oh.
and it was called The Fall of a Nation.
Oh.
So there you go. Thank you, Google.
Hello, Joe. If you want to know how the foot is, wait till the end of this, go back to the beginning and watch the beginning. Gremlins certainly didn't need a sequel, although I'm glad it got one because it was fun. And I can't believe that we've never had a third, to be honest with you.
Oh, that'll get a reboot at some point, won't it?
It's gonna do. I just can't. And they keep talking about it. I just can't believe it hasn't happened.
Yeah, definitely. It'll happen.
Italian Job didn't get a sequel, but the remake was poop.
What about Short Circuit?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the sequel ain't so great for Short Circuit.
No.
Again, I do find the sequel a different film, but I enjoy it.
It was quite heart-wrenching, I remember the sequel being, because he gets the snot beaten out of him, bless him.
Yeah, he does in the first one as well.
Does he?
Where do you stand on the Bonds and Carry On films?
Well, right.
Anyway, hello, David. Bye.
So I would say the Carry On films.
They're not sequels, are they?
They're not sequels. They're the self-contained films. And I'd also say as well that
although it is a series of films,
it's a series of films, but they're not linked or related to each other. The different characters in different scenarios in different stories. Yeah. Bond. Now then, I would say, to my knowledge, when it comes to the Bond movies, I think it's only. I think there's only one of the Roger Moore ones that references a previous film, and that's when he visits the grave of his wife. So that's referencing on His Majesty's Secret Service.
Mm-hmm.
But the more recent ones are tied into each other.
Yeah, the more recent ones are the Daniel Craig.
Oh, you mean the James Bond films? I know the Bond films, but I don't. And they are enjoyable, but they're not Bond films really. They've more in common with Jason Bourne than James Bond. But the newer Bond films are sequel. You know, they are linked. It is like a story arc kind of thing.
Is there not a?
I can't display Phil's message about Never-Ending Story, but can I just point out Never-Ending Story should have had an infinite number of sequels.
I can't even see it.
Well, actually, it wouldn't need a sequel, would it? Because it'd be the same. It'd be just the first story. Just
right. Okay. His comment is miles away. I better do some catching up.
I thought you weren't going to bother with comments.
No, I am, but only the ones that are adding to the discussion.
Right.
He's been selective, like.
Zombies asking how the F. I haven't seen Rambo First Blood because I never put it on. Simple as that. I'm not going because of a certain word. I'm not going to put it up as a comment. I might get, you know what YouTube's like. Battle Royale didn't need a sequel. No, it didn't. Talking about the Bond films, anyway. Cannonball on Crutches. Could be worse. Woke up. Happened with Treasure Planet. That should have got a number 2. Okay.
Well, that's a slightly
Should
different
it?
topic, isn't it? It's things that should have got sequels but didn't.
Yeah, but should it have got a? Considering it's based on Treasure Island, should it really have got a sequel?
No, that's not a thing.
I don't think so. Yes, Avatar 3 will be the next exact same storyline. I agree.
Oh, is that the one? Is it subtitled Fire and Ash or something?
Saturday Night Fever. Was there a second one of those?
It'll be the dead time, will it?
It was called Staying Alive.
Oh, of course it was. Yes. Yes. Do you remember Trolls 2? I did watch Trolls 2. I managed to erase it from my memory. Wizard of Oz? Yeah, that didn't need a sequel.
Return to Oz.
Yeah, it didn't need it. Although, again, I enjoyed it. I did enjoy that one. Troll. Now, Troll 2 is not related to Troll.
Nah.
I do have the set of those. They're very, very different films. The first one's great. The first one is great. The second one's terrible. Dr. No didn't need any sequel. Bride of Frankenstein? What, that shouldn't have had a sequel, or that Bride shouldn't have happened?
No, maybe that was in response to the first film to have a sequel.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Have I missed Rudy? I have missed Rudy. Hello, Rudy. How you doing?
Hi, Rudy.
Haven't seen you in ages. We need to get back on at some point. We do. Fistful of Dollars, Few More, and Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Now I've not seen those. Did they need sequels? Or did the first one need sequels?
Well, now here's an interesting one because people might.
It's taken this long for someone to bring it up.
What about Tron? Because that was a very delayed sequel that it had.
It was. And it's a remake of the first one. It's got the same plot points.
Yeah, but it is linked to the first one as well. So I believe it qualifies for Ed's sequel.
Oh, it does. But I'm meaning more in the line of like T2 is a remake of T1 as well as being a sequel to it. Tron Legacy is a remake of Tron. But I've told you before, I don't like... Well, Tron doesn't do anything for me. Tron Legacy I loved.
Yeah, I like Tron Legacy. I thought it was very, very well done, actually.
I think we mentioned Greece already.
Olivia.
Yeah, no. Grease 2. No. Just no. Absolutely just no.
That train drove towards the camera, says Richard. I don't know what it is. Jumpy, you're quite right. And it didn't need to happen. Cocoon 2.
There was The Return.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cocoon The Return.
That was the thing.
I mean, to be fair...
I've caught up to Phil, which is still 6 minutes ago.
But the thing was, with Cocoon, I suppose, I mean, you know, the second one weren't great, but he kind of, Brian Dennehy's character does kind of set it up a bit because they put them back in the ocean, don't they? And say, we'll have to come back for them again.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, I completely agree with that. Highlander 2. Highlander 2 was just awful.
Yeah, that was deeply unfortunate. Yeah. I've never seen the series, actually. People seem to quite like the series that they did on that one, but...
I saw it sporadically when it came out in the day. But I think probably what made it that people enjoyed it was because they were able to take time developing story and characters and things like that. You know, whereas with
Wicked is not a sequel to Wizard of Oz. It's before Wizard of Oz.
It's a prequel.
Yeah, well, Wicked...
Blue Sea? Yeah, I can't believe that got a sequel.
Wicked.
That's all.
I think that's just characters that are adapted from the stories. I don't think that's an actual book. I don't think it's actually based on a book. I think it just
well,
character.
it's based on a stage play, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wicked started out as a stage play.
Yes.
yeah.
They did novelise it, so whether or not the film is actually based on either the stage play or the novelisation is beyond me.
Yeah, because it's like it's not.
Why do I know so much about this? I know someone who performed in a live stage play version of Wicked. So
Yeah, it's not. It's not like I say. It's not based.
Your hair is Chanders.
Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah. It's not based on the book that Baum wrote. You know.
What do you call it does that for? We have no control whatsoever over what films, series, TV shows, whatever get made. We just chat crap about it.
Yeah. We do not control the horizontal or the vertical.
The chat.
Apart from in here.
I mean, what's to tell? Technically, the first one never ended. I completely agree. Yeah.
It was itself at the end of the film.
Ooh, The Fly.
Yeah, The Fly. Yeah. I don't remember I did watch the second one once, but I don't remember that it was. Was it completely awful or just moderately awful? I can't quite remember.
It's
Let's cook us some toads.
Interesting.
it's Eric
Drop below,
Stoltz.
by the way.
Yeah, Eric Stoltz is in it, and he's playing the son of
Yes.
Seth Brundle and that. Yeah.
Yeah, Goldblum, of course, in the original.
And it's
Gina Davis.
yeah, it's one of those where I'd say, in all honesty, it's one of those that's probably completely and utterly unnecessary. Yeah, it's not. It's one of those that when it came out back in the day, rented it on video, you know, for something to watch, you know, because you'd enjoyed The Fly so much, and it's like, oh, there's a sequel, let's watch it, and then it were like, oh, right, okay, you know, so
Okay.
yeah, the chat is quite eager for you to watch First Blood.
It seems that way, doesn't it? It seems that way. Jumpy was referring to Clint Eastwood films possibly being the first to have a sequel, but we've debunked that one already.
Yeah.
Not needed sequels to amazing Jim Carrey movies. Yeah, that's a category all of its own, isn't it?
Alrighty then.
Although,
Of which there were two.
I'm going to get hated for this. Were the first versions of these needed in the first place?
Oh.
Talking about Oz, anyone remember The Wiz with Michael Jackson?
Yeah,
I remember it being a thing when I was a kid. I don't think I ever watched it though.
I remember Wiz Bit.
it was on at Christmas.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was on Christmas. Yeah.
I'll get round to it. I will get round to it. I think I've got it on Blu-ray. Space Jam certainly did not need a sequel. I quite agree with you, Joe. It's not often you say something that I agree with, but on this occasion...
Mark it on the calendar.
It's not often you say something that I can understand. A lot of people dislike Airplane 2, but I think it's still got some great jokes in it.
Oh, that was the space one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But to be
Hey,
fair,
hello there.
It was funny, actually.
Airplane 2.
And Toy You in the chat now.
Yeah, Airplane 2 is it's Airplane 1. It's the same story.
Oh, interesting. Wicked is about 4 books. Oh no! Don't tell Disney.
No.
Thank you for that. Yeah, because I'm reading about Wicked.
I think we've had this discussion before.
Yeah, because it's I was reading up about it not long back because the
Wicked is only one book, but it has sequels. Okay.
Different books give the Wicked Witch different names. She doesn't seem to have the same name or backstory.
Interesting.
You know, they keep changing it. I mean, I personally feel that the best of the Wizard of Oz sequels, if you will, was Oz the Great and Powerful. I thought that I enjoyed that. I thought that were good.
Phil liked the original black and white The Fly.
Ah.
Interesting.
Very early film,
Um,
early film, I believe.
Rewind 2 weeks, Joe, and watch that Cosmic Council. We talked about it then. Beverly Hills Cop didn't need a sequel.
Steve's trying to enrage me, gentlemen.
Or is he?
Apparently.
And
I've just gone through this thought
Chuck
process.
Joe. We've got another Joe in the chat now. Hello there. It's definitely not super late.
Who's got feedback? Is that?
There was not a sequel to Jingle All the Way. Was there?
I can hear feedback.
I can hear feedback as well.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Is it gone? I wonder if it was. Okay. Now I can hear it. Maybe I need a new microphone.
We'll see how we get on.
After saying that about Jim Carrey movies, I see why you haven't seen Rambo First Blood now. Or do you have to be a Jim Carrey fan to enjoy Rambo First Blood?
Steve
I would have thought they're even related, but...
Steve is trying to enrage me, by the way.
Okay, the Star Trek the Motion Picture never should have been made, let alone anything else, but...
Ooh.
But then
got
so many people love.
Yes, we wouldn't have gotten Khan, would we? So, there is
I
that.
watched a sequel today, a sequel to Street Trash got a sequel. Wow. And I'm guessing you guys don't even know what Street Trash is.
No, I don't.
Oh, it's incredible. It's a terrible film. You'll love it. The thing is, I've seen Street Trash and I haven't seen Rambo First Blood. You'll understand how funny that is if you ever see Street Trash. We have to be careful about Michael Jackson's Whiz. Well, it was The Whiz. I can't remember if the author of The Wizard of Oz was also a series of books. It was. I bought it for my daughters. It was quite a sizable series of books as well. Chud didn't need a sequel, but then again, Chud never should have got made. Not heard of a film called The Tooth Fairy, no. Anyone else heard of a film called The Tooth Fairy? The Tooth Fairy. Yeah, I know what you're on about now. Yes. Sure.
You're ready to the Universal Translator, don't forget.
Resident Evil shouldn't have got a sequel. Do you really think that?
Interesting.
Oh, I don't know. That was designed to be a series of films, was that?
Zombieland 2 is an interesting one as well. I mean, I think the Zombieland series, I really, really like them.
I wasn't over keen on Zombieland 2.
Did I see it?
I guess it reused all the same jokes, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's just it's intentionally formulaic. But I like the characters in it. I thought the characters were strong.
I think that's down to me having watched Street Trash and not First Blood. Yeah, I've never seen a Rambo film at all. I've seen a Rocky film though.
Okay.
That'll start off a new chat. Right, Andy, I believe that you had a suggestion for the next topic. Let's move on before I get butchered.
Let's move on. Oh, okay, we're moving on. Okay. Well,
You've done 44 minutes on this.
Yeah, and other things, yes. But yeah, so I was mooching into work one fine morning, and I can't remember quite how I got into the thought process, but I ended up thinking about computer games of days gone yore, and particularly the really sort of big cardboard boxed ones that we used to get for like Amigas and Ataris that used to have manuals that killed rainforests in them with discs. And it got me to thinking sort of, I quite miss the fact that kids these days won't ever get a big chunky game with a book with it sort of thing as a concept, because it'll all be just digital and it won't exist as a thing. So I was thinking, what sort of things do people miss from bygone eras that they wish their kids had now that they're probably not ever going to have because of digital or any other particular reason, really?
Fair enough. I will say, it's related. I went to pick up a game from CEX a couple of years ago, and I like my games to be complete, and it was a Switch game. And I just said, does it come with the manual? Because I'm so used to asking if games come with the manuals. And he just looked at me in horror as if to say, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh yeah, these don't come with manuals. It's like, but come on, you work in a game shop. You know that games should have a manual.
I mean, the thing is with modern gaming now, the majority of games have like a couple of training levels built into the game.
They do,
Yeah.
To show you
True.
how to play it. Yeah. But that's the thing. But it's like, or they'll have like maybe a QR code on the back of the box or something that you scan and it takes you to it. But
Yeah.
I can't honestly see the, as I like to call them, the ADHD generation. I can't see them sitting and reading through a manual on how to play a game. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I never did. But I still like having a booklet.
It's like I have to confess. Back in the day, when if I got a new game, I wouldn't read the instructions. I'd look at the back of the cassette box, see what the screenshots were like. That determine, or the box art, and determine whether or not I bought the game. I'd get it home, load it up. More often than not, you could
No
read
resemblance.
So you just redefine your cues, QAOPM, and away you go. And you learn how to play it by playing it, So, yeah. Rocky Horror Show, that had Rocky Horror Show, that picture show, that had a kind of spiritual sequel.
Universal Toy Collector, hello.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
It was called Shock Treatment.
Excellent job the other day. Excellent job. What you did the other day and what you achieved. There we are. Managed to raise an awful lot of money for a children's charity, and he deserves every round of applause that he can get.
Indeed.
Very good. So,
No, I didn't watch all 24 hours of it.
Wow.
I kept hopping in and out.
But yeah, the big boxed games were always
The Cosmic Council.
It felt like you were getting a premium game, because it came in like a big box rather than a small, dual cassette box case,
And see, for me, the other thing that those achieved,
The first one, obviously.
the other thing that those achieved was that they actually, in the BBC days, they came with novellas. So I remember devouring the Elite Dark Wheel novella, and it set the scene for the universe.
Yeah.
And the game was only an 8-bit black and white wireframe game, but in my head,
yes,
whole different thing going on, because the story was there. It was a proper, it was a proper booklet. It was a proper small novel that came with it. I think they did that for Exile as well.
Trust you. I like this. Do you even get a game these days? It's just a code.
Yeah.
They even release games that aren't finished.
Star Citizen.
Or you'll get part of a game on the disc, and you have to download the rest of it.
Yeah.
Well,
ridiculous.
But I suppose as well, games are that massive now that you download or upload onto your console the base game from the disc, and then the rest of it you get from the download, from the updates.
The disc's just the key. The disc's just the key, isn't it? Basically,
yeah. It's like the majority of games that my son has. Every time he logs on, there's always an update.
Oh God! Well, every time I start this PC up, it's constantly downloading a newer version of Fortnite, which is a pain. I don't even play the damn thing anymore, but it's still doing it.
Yeah, I think the last game he got, I think it was something like 80 gig was the size of the game. Which is absolutely huge. Especially when you consider back in my day it was 48K. It's like, and now
yes.
so 16.
Yeah.
It's like it's the sizes of games now are absolutely massive. So it's yeah, but like I say, you don't. I mean, I think the last the last modern game I got that had a booklet in it, if you will, it was either Red Dead Redemption or it was GTA 5.
All right.
And they're both over 10 years old now.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Because it's like, I've not really bought. I mean, I've downloaded games since then, but I've not actually. There's very few actual games I've bought since then.
Somebody bought me the DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It came in a DVD case, had a cover and a code inside. No disc. What a waste of materials.
That is a bit bonkers, isn't it?
The mind used to make simple graphics look amazing. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Definitely.
But the thing is, though, this I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but I suspect that the future of gaming is going to be a lot like subscription and streaming TV, where basically you won't own a physical copy of the game. You will log in and you will pay to play the game. Yeah, and you will pay a monthly amount to play it. Yeah. So you'll never own the game.
EVE Online's been doing that for years, if not decades, in fact.
So it'd be a case of, say, something like, I don't know, GTA 6, Grand Theft Auto 6. You would pay to play, and so you'd pay either a weekly or monthly subscription.
Okay.
That would. No, I'm not saying that's what they're doing. I'm just using that as an example of how it would do it.
Yeah.
So you don't play, you can't. You don't pay, you can't play, kind of thing. Which is I think is when it comes to gaming. Obviously, I'm of a different generation, but it's like I think it's important to actually have physical media, with the game and with DVD, with movies and things like that as well.
I like that, Dave. I miss there being only 2 terrestrial TV channels with after-school kids shows. So you would go to school and loads of people had watched the same stuff as you.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
True. It's true.
Totally true. Yeah.
It's how you got on and made friends, isn't it, as well?
Well, it's about shared cultural experiences, and not many people get that now because everyone's watching different stuff.
There's, I think I'm just about caught. Oh, I was caught up, and then everyone's just pressed enter. I could be a playable character in GTA 6. What am I going to do? Hop around everywhere on my
Hop around and get run down on a repeated basis. A bit harsh.
It's going to be a race to the bus stop.
Dear.
Oh, dearie me. Adam did ask us what we were talking about. We've spent an hour talking about films that shouldn't have had sequels. It's been suggested that we should discuss films that should have sequels.
So
maybe we'll do that next time. And now we're talking about games that used to come in great big boxes with manuals and everything in there. And
I do have one lurking somewhere.
Anymore.
It's not actually the best example of one, but
probably chased a nice stream truck. Well, the thing is, if I caught one, I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Ed's about to find an example of a great big cardboard box that used to have a game.
Surprised he hasn't already.
I was tempted. I've definitely got a Snapper lurking somewhere.
I remember when you had that Max Payne statue. That must be a while ago because I can't remember that. And Phil says he thinks that the taxi that hit him was playing GTA.
It's just a small selection.
Oh my word! Here we go.
So, I mean, I suppose this is a good example of one.
You got that Apache one I got you, haven't you?
Yeah. Gunship,
yeah.
Frankie.
Yeah. My drink is all gone.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Do you want to go on Biggie?
Hey, can if you want.
That's better.
So yeah, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, the game. Nice big box. 2 cassettes. So one cassette has your game, the other cassette has a remix soundtrack of Relax.
Don't
and then
do
you've
it.
got the booklet, the instruction booklet on how to play. That's a good example to start with. Yeah, that one that you mentioned, yeah, Gunship. So there you go.
That's
Micro
not
Pro-
a ship, that's a helicopter.
Microprose
Yes, I
did
know.
humongous manuals. The Microprose manuals were beasts.
So here you go. Here's the Microprose, the Gunship manual. It's a tome, but you also get as well.
Keyboard overlays.
Who remembers? Please insert disc 2.
So it's there's but then you had stuff like RoboCop.
Drop it.
Was an absolutely cracking game. Now the thing about this one was the manual
I love that.
folded out into a poster,
Nice.
and you also got a sticker with it.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Awesome.
Rudy says, I miss the mystery and surprise of what trailers you would get from renting a videotape from your local video shop.
Absolutely. And then could you find the thing that they were advertising on the trailer in the local video store? Because it turned out to be better than the thing you just rented.
And you've got
Cheat codes. I remember cheat codes.
Trivial Pursuit. Marvellous.
that had one, and then just tie it in with some toys. Batman.
Why? Are you offering, Richard?
Then you got Batman the movie.
Ding-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
So yeah, lots of
What's a cassette? What's a cassette? Zombie says, what's a cassette?
Yeah. Whatever.
No, not a tuxedo, just a dicky bow and nothing else. Always rewind after use, yep.
Yeah.
We didn't need to do that with audio type cassettes, did you? Because you would turn it over and play it all the way through again, so you get to the end of it, and it would then be at the beginning on the start side.
Unless
on video VHS, you have to rewind.
Yeah, unless you had an auto reverse cassette deck.
All right, okay, I didn't know they existed. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they go back to the start. Walkman.
They're just playing an infinite loop. You know, it's not like you play one side and it just continuously play like that. But
you know, it's funny, Palps, but I started collecting DVDs mostly because of all the extras that came on them. And
Yeah.
back in those days, I watched them all. On the X-Men movie, I watched all those special extras on the Lord of the Rings. You know those? Wow, yeah. I watched all of those, and there's hours and hours and hours worth on each one of those. All the Star Wars films, I watched them all on the prequels anyway. And the Matrix.
Well,
But then there came a time when there just became too much content to watch that you don't get time to watch stuff like that. So,
No.
yeah. I
But
don't watch any extras now.
But the thing is, it's funny because when I was looking through those videos I got the other day, there was one video of aliens. Turns out to be aliens and the making of aliens with the extras on a separate videotape. It's like, okay.
Free demo discs in magazines.
Oh, yeah. Oh, public domain. Public domain was a thing.
Check the tracking on VHS, yeah. The times that I would have bought a second-hand video from someone, because I bought loads off the market, and you would take it back the next week because it had a line across the top of the TV.
at least give away his youth there by saying demo discs on magazines. It was demo tapes.
Yeah.
Wow.
For us.
Well, I think he's more my age group, maybe a little younger. Actually, still have a cheat code, but for the Sega Mega Drive. Wow.
That was very good. I never used my cheat codes.
Very true, Martin. Very true.
Pokes,
yeah.
Use hover boots and electric skirt. If I was using hover boots, I'd have more than a broken Achilles tendon. I can tell you that much. Doctor Who series extras are very good in the collection. Ah, yes, they are in the series collection. Yeah, no, I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
I'd suggest that Dave maybe should have tried tuning the TV with his hand.
Yes. Did you go for the aerial socket on the back or something?
Well, you see, the thing is, though, when I was growing up as a kid, we had a TV with a remote. Yeah, it was me. I was the remote.
Yeah. You used to have to actually get up,
Yeah.
walk to the TV, and press another channel button.
Yeah. Or if we were upstairs watching the portable upstairs, you turn the dial to tune it in.
Joe, get off this train of thought, will you?
Gareth, the Dark Knight.
So, right, what's the next topic?
There ain't one.
Right, good night.
We're done.
We're done.
We're only an hour in and we're done. Right, good night, everyone.
Excellent.
Do we have any pickups to show?
Aye.
No.
No.
Yes.
Right, Andy's got pickups, so
I've got pickups. Can you actually hear me?
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was distracted by looking at comments.
Ah.
We need to use a laser pointer to change the
We need some like automated system that puts the comments up automatically on a timer.
Yeah, if people would stick to that timer, it'd be great.
No, I mean the timer of like the thing on that brings them up, like will bring the comment up and last say maybe 10 seconds and then it moves off, kind of thing.
I'd agree if some comments shouldn't. There's going to be some comments that come in from people sometimes that shouldn't be going up. Go on, Andy.
Finally got one. In reasonable nick as well, though it's a little bit fragile at the back. I'm going to have to apply a little bit of glue to it.
All right. Why? What's wrong with the back?
These bits here tend to get broken. It seems very easy. It's only plastic. This is wobbly as all heck. So I need to apply a little bit of TLC there, but at least it's still attached more or less.
Yeah.
So I can rescue it. But yeah, no Tantive, of course. But that's the underside there, and a little hatch where the Tantive would sit if it were in existence, but it isn't.
Oh, you've no Tantive, right? Okay.
No. I could have got one from Echo, but the actual overall ship was not as good an example as this one was, ironically. Okay. So I'm not that fussed, but would have been nice to have. I mean, I think this is missing some. It should be a bit darker in patches here. So I think it's just missing a little bit of paint on it, but it's not bad. It'll do for display purposes. So
no, that looks pretty good. So does that?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Here is asking for the next episode. He's interested in our Holy Grail that we already own in our toy collection. Could we show them off potentially next time?
Yeah.
There we are. I'm happy to have a segment where we show off our Holy Grail. The problem is mine would be difficult to show, but we'll see. I certainly won't be able to carry it on crutches.
I've got a little Mego Mr. Spock. I've never had one of these before, so I was getting it for the Trek Toys playlist to just have an example of one, basically.
Yeah, I had those as a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah. I had Spock, Kirk, and McCoy.
Yeah, I think I've got Scotty, Kirk, and Spock.
Yeah.
So I've got those as display. Now I got this for similar reasons. I just picked up one of these. So warps. It's what they call it, Warp Factor Series 1 Worf.
Are they ever so slightly taller than the normal Playmates figures?
I haven't checked yet, but I think they are chunkier. He looks more burly than the average sort of Picard figures. Probably a bit taller as well, I think. Yeah. So yes, in answer to your question, yes.
Okay, I thought so because I've got a Borg from that series, and it just looks bigger to me for whatever reason.
Yes, I think perhaps these are slightly more fully featured than the previous releases were. Not even sure how many of these I did, but they've got like an action function to them as well, apparently. So he's sort of his backleth will do some swishing apparently.
Okay.
So and then the other thing I just literally had time to unbox before he came on, and this just had me chuckling. This is just awesome. Look at this. Look at him. He's brilliant.
What is it?
This is a big, chunky art asylum figure for Playmates.
Right.
So it's like those Borg assimilation.
No, it's not.
No, I know, but size-wise, he's huge and he weighs a ton. And
It looks more like one of those giant wrestling figures that they do.
he got this huge back left with him. Look at him. Look, it's huge. It's bigger than he is. It's brilliant. just the look on his face is just like, I'm Klingon.
Sure.
I just love it. It's just completely bonkers.
I mean, if you're offering. It's best offer I've had all week, so.
He's got no articulated knees, mind, but apart from that, he's good. But yeah, I know that just tickled me. I just think that's brilliant. It's just completely bonkers.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so he'll get displayed somewhere now, definitely. And it's nice as well. He's out of his package, so I can just do what I want with him.
I wish that you could.
Yes.
I think that is the only thing that YouTube is really lacking. That you can't. I mean, it's probably a good thing considering what some people would post.
Yeah.
But we have the ability to not share it.
Well, the thing is, but I tell you what people could do, they could send us photos of stuff and we could put it on screen, couldn't we?
Joe, you're at it again. He means the figure. He means the figure.
The figure. Well, I don't know. Compared to the Mego one is it's teeny.
So it's about 8 inches, isn't it?
He's big. I haven't had a chance to look at him in detail. I've literally just got him out of the box he came in. But yeah, he's big. Oh, hang on. Oh, I can measure actually.
Of course, Andy has a tape measure right beside his computer.
Well, I've got a ruler next to my computer, but can't figure out which is inches and which.
Don't share photos of your dude.
That is unhelpful. I'd say he's about 20 centimeters tall. What's that in inches? Must be about 8. 2/3 of 12. Yeah,
20 centimeters is just over 8 inch.
Yeah.
I have my.
I don't understand, Joe.
My conversion ruler.
Indeed. So he's chunky. It's just the face sculpt's brilliant on him. It's just brilliant.
He looks gamma red. He does, yes. Oh, what's that? It's some dancing little imp in his profile picture. Cool. Why does Andy have a ruler next to his computer?
Not Andy. I'm not Andy. That's Andy.
Yeah, but he's got a ruler next to his computer that he just measured his figure with.
Yeah, it's in the drawer. It's in big.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course you did. Yeah, because you want to know what because you don't have inches on your ruler.
Nah. It's a bits drawer. It's a drawer of bits, all sorts.
No,
it's funny because
but
these guys have rulers beside their computer, and I just use something else to measure everything with.
You see, I use this ruler for work, for scaling, you see. So that's why I've got this at the side of my desk.
Okay. Have you got any more show? Oh, what's that?
It's a pencil sharpener, apparently. No idea where that came from. I literally have no idea where that came from.
I assume it just came out of your stationery box.
Well, yeah, quite. But how we got in there in the first place, I've no idea.
Ed, have you got anything to show us? I wish I had said that.
I'm just thinking because I have no new pickups.
Okay. What?
No, I'm probably not going to have a new pickup for quite some time. I got some comics 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Well, if you remember, I did change the rule on pickups. It weren't just pickups. It could be anything that you wanted to show from your collection.
All right. Oh, just give me a second.
Spectrum. That last one was also a Pokemon. I don't know its name. Oh, Pokemon. All right. Oh, those little. Oh, what do they call them? I forgot the name of them, but these little tiny things. Oh, yeah.
I
It's one of
was
them. I'm surprised you did not have a Zelda pencil. Oh, you really need to spell check.
interesting. Joe's just invented
I
something
don't have
brand
a
new, ladies
pencil
and gentlemen.
sharpener, Joe.
Fasten that immediately.
Do you have a rubber Andy? No, but I have a plastic one. Do you?
I've got pencil ends that are shaped like robots. Does that count?
Is it a shatterproof ruler? Safety first. Rement. That's it. That's what I was looking for, Richard. Yes. Is it? Are they the Rement ones? Yes.
Quite a sturdy ruler, this actually.
I swear we're normally a lot more organised than this, folks.
I was organised.
You were, yes.
I was organised at high speed.
I'll tell you what. Well, no, because I think I did like to see what I've got to show, so I don't want to show what I've got.
Please be careful.
I could show some of the stuff that I don't think he'll be bothered about, couldn't I? Stationary chat is peak. It makes a change from biscuits and chocolate bars and Premier Inn.
I meant to do a gag on that as well, actually, I forgot. Oh.
Right. This one? No. This one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid of that. Right, okay. Have we to do an unboxing?
Oh. I could have done one of
Do an
those.
unboxing. Just say on the box what's in it. All monsters attack. Soft vinyl figure set. Little variant. Because, of course, darlings. But the box turned up absolutely mashed. Look at the state of it. But that's it's either every or yodel for you. No offence, Joe. Other Joe, if you're watching.
It's not mashed unless it's in the rain as well.
We're doing an unboxing, Ed. We're doing an unboxing.
Joe wants you to show your clutches.
My what?
Your clutches, apparently.
I've never been one for collecting purses or handbags. Well, the corners were well protected. I don't know about the sides of the box, considering the state it's in. Right, while I finish unboxing this, Ed
What?
can show you whatever it is he's brought to show you.
All right. Okay. Well, I've just randomly picked two things up. One of them I've picked up is
Spectrum!
Is something that I showed Gareth on Monday.
Oh!
And so here it is. It is.
Oh, this is nice. This is very nice.
This is the Black G1 Megatron.
Wow.
Yeah,
Megatron.
Gareth did like this one, so I thought I'll show that. I'll show it. I'll show this one.
Well, you know what they say, don't you, Ed?
What?
Once you go black, you never go back.
Yes. Evidence.
Oh.
What did I say it was from? It was 2001 I said this was from.
There or thereabouts, yeah, early 2000s, I think you said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
nice.
So it's like it's 24-year old.
It's not heavy. It's not heavy, Joe.
So it's like, it's an absolutely beautiful piece. But yeah, Black Megatron is sort of like it's like a really dark metallic gunmetal with a brown handle and blue inner legs. But yeah, it was
Because you can't go wrong with a Black Megatron.
it's
Obviously.
yeah, it was a homage to the old Microman, Microchange black Megatron.
That was the Megatron I had. I mean, not that colour, obviously, but that was the mode of Megatron I had when I was little.
But it was a
nice.
repaint of the convention exclusive. I think it was a JAFCON exclusive. And then the other thing I'll show is because obviously the last time we were on, I showed a Rubik's Cube transformer. Well, this week I'll show you Coca-Cola Cherry Coke transformer. This is my actual one from being a kid. I got this in, I think it was '85, by saving ring pulls from cans of Cherry Coke.
Oh.
And sending in my postal order.
Wow. I
got this back. So I'll just take him out of the box. So you take him out of the box, he's still even got his inner packaging. So the sleeve that it comes in, and then obviously the little cardboard bit that protects the ring pull. And so basically what you do is, let me make sure I hold this correctly. So you get the ring pull, pull the ring pull. There we go. And it pops out.
Brilliant. If that were me, the ring pull would have come off in my hand.
I thought it was going to do, actually.
Ring pull that stays on the figure. But yeah, so
brilliant.
Off transforming him, and there we go.
Actually, very impressive. It reminds me of that scene from Transformers when they get that random burst of Matrix energy and like the vending machine transforms and gets across.
It starts firing cans of pop out.
Phil thought you broke it.
Everyone thought he broke it.
That's only you that break toys on our streams, Andy.
I am known for it. I even break them when I'm not on the streams as well. So it's all good.
Oh, I've done that. I've done that recently, actually.
Yeah.
I'll just pop him back together. Get him back into his coat mode. There we go.
So, since as you're older than me, Ed,
yeah,
we're such good friends. The two things that you've shown off tonight, when you die, can I have them?
I want to know, does he keep his can of Cherry Coke transformer in the fridge?
Oh, pink jammy Dodgers. Look at that. Barbie pink jammy Dodgers.
They've got hearts in the middle, not circles.
I keep my can of Cherry Coke in the vault, which is
somewhere dark and cool.
Yes, it's dark and cool and out of direct sunlight.
Maybe do a stream of toys you guys have broken. I guarantee you I can beat them all on this one. And you'd be horrified if you knew some of the toys that I've broken. And it's always while trying to clean the bloody things.
It's so easily done, though.
I'll just quickly show this one. I've shown you Black Megatron, so I might as well show you Black Optimus.
Wow.
There you go, Lee. There you go.
Lee.
Because you can't go wrong with a Black Prime.
Fill your boots, Lee.
This is a...
I'll have that one as well, Ed, when you're dead, yeah?
It's Goliath, ladies and gentlemen.
When I got back into collecting, this was one of the first import Transformers that I picked up.
Right.
Which is the 2000 JAFCON exclusive Black Convoy.
I've got to say red, Dave, because it's sweeter.
But yeah, this bad boy's still sealed. He ain't getting opened.
Questions we get. Do you think more running? Do you do much more running, Gareth? I think Ed will outlive. Yeah, true. Yeah, if I do much more running, Ed will be outliving me. Yeah.
What of Gareth's do I want to lay claim to?
The shop.
Yeah.
Nah.
No. I think I think I would rather have my friend.
Oh, thank you.
I would rather have my friend.
Although he'd probably accept that.
Well, maybe. Especially if it works.
And if it transforms.
There's no batteries in it, but I believe it does.
Oh, just hang on a minute.
I know who that is.
Oh. That might be a bit difficult because I'm up in the attic.
Mum, I'm talking to my friends. You can't go wrong, Lily.
Apologies. That was one of my mini cons.
Oh, was it? I was wrong. I was wrong.
I thought it was RC.
No, it was one of the mini cons.
Imagine if you cosplayed as Transformers characters. Be a bit blocky. His crutches. That's what Ed would want from me. His crutches. Sorry, I've taken you off, big Ant. There we are. You're back again.
No, it's fine.
I
think that was it. I mean, there's probably loads more I could show. I could show you me Diaclone Ultra Magnus, or but there's no point me keep getting up and going out a shot to go get stuff and that. So
He's pacing himself, basically.
Free Will Month, is that a thing?
Probably.
But yeah, so no, but no new pickups. I've got quite a few bits on pre-order.
Thank you, Richard.
But there's nothing.
But in this scenario, he died climbing on a small boulder. I like it. He copped out there, Ed. It was not a boulder, it was a pebble. Did a Captain America Frozen? Okay, fair enough. I'll start showing you what I've got to show you then. This is what was in that box. A very vibrant, brightly coloured, tropical-looking Godzilla box set.
I remember.
Were you able to do the comments, do you know?
No, because she hadn't made either of us admin.
We do not have the power.
I thought...
No.
Did I not send you an invite? 'Cause I can only invite one of you, can't I? I thought I'd invited you, Ed. Did I not?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't got anything to.
Oh well, it's all on me.
It's on you.
Probably, I probably didn't because I can only invite one of you, and it's not fair. So I'll muggle on.
What's the official name for the baby Godzilla? Because I remember seeing him on a rental from a video store.
Depending on the version, the original version is Minilla or Minya.
Okay.
So this is a Mondo set, and yes, it came from Mondo.
Mondo.
Yeah. And they are the glittery versions. I think there's some translucency to them. Yeah, there's a bit of translucency to them.
That looks like Shrekzilla to me.
Shrekzilla, I like it. Look at that! Look at it sparkle!
Yep, sparkly Shrekzilla.
Yeah, that's when Godzilla does drag. I think this is like the third or fourth version of these. This is the little Minya or Minilla. He is translucent as well.
Oh.
It's a bit like Casper, isn't he? Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah, he is a bit.
With that big, massive head. And correct me if I'm wrong, but is this... You guys aren't going to know, are you? I believe this guy's called Gabara or Gabara. I think he's like a translucent blue, again with glitter in him.
Was this the sort of Monster Island kind of era?
Yes, it is, yeah. The subplots with this was bullying and how bullying is bad.
Okay.
He bullied him.
Right, yes.
Until his dad found out, and then...
30 stories high, breathing fire, his head in the sky.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get around the copyright infringements.
We blasted that out completely. No problem. My voice is not copyrighted.
So yeah, there's that set that I got, which I think I bought about 6 months ago, and it's taken this long for it to be released and shipped out. Sticking with the Godzilla theme, I know you're sick of Godzilla. We've got, is it Bullmark? Yeah, a Bullmark. Titanosaurus. Which I don't own a Titanosaurus until this. This is my first one. And he was in the last of the original Godzilla films.
Okay.
Back in 75, I think it was.
Yeah.
Back in 1975. I picked up a Dalek.
Of course.
Because I like the colour of this one and I don't have it. Yes. I forget what it's called. Phil, what's this one called?
Cadbury's Dalek.
Cadbury's Dalek. It's blue, not purple.
Looks purple to me.
Get your eyes checked. That's blue.
Answers in the chat, please.
I'm going to side with Andy here. It does look purple on your camera.
Does it? Well, I can assure you it is blue. Actually, that'll be interesting then. Does that look purple as well?
Still purple.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely blue. Definitely blue is that. 100%. Okay.
Did they check his head in the hospital as well?
But do you know what I've got that is purple?
Your foot.
There we are. Yeah, that's no different to the other colours you just showed us.
Seriously?
Seriously.
That doesn't look any different to that?
No, not particularly, no.
Wow.
In fact, the one you've got in your hand looks more blue than the Dalek.
Right. That looks purple, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you not...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. No, it's just a different purple.
Yeah.
It's blue, trust me, it's blue. Right, okay, so I got this. You know, I've been collecting these little Gundam thingy-mabobs. So, well, it's got the original name 3. And yes, there is an RX-78 there. You need RX-78, don't you? You need Granddaddy. Yeah.
It's like my little Zoidzilla.
And this one. Gun cannon. This is gun cannon, isn't it? Yeah, this is gun cannon. The other one's gun tank. So they're my pickups, along with... If you see my more recent video that went out yesterday, you will have seen the Masters of the Universe box that I was rummaging through. There were 2 items in there that I decided to keep for myself that I took out before I started filming.
Oh, sneaky.
Because I think they will go very nicely with R2-D2, the Playmobil rip-off of R2-D2, and T-Bob, and Tweaky. It's just a little wind-up robot, and all it says underneath it is made by Hong Kong, made in Hong Kong. Don't say anything else. Google Lens hasn't helped to identify it.
Okay.
But Google Lens did help to identify this one.
Yeah, I've seen them ones before.
Yeah, this one is by Tommy.
Yeah.
Slightly lost in spacey.
Yeah, and I think it's... Oh, I forgot what it said now, but I think it said Star Robot or something like that. So, yeah, they're my pickups. Do I have anything else? No? Well, just for Joe, because he missed it earlier on, I got these as well, Joe. Are you happy now? You asked, and I've shown you. Me crutches, not clutches, me crutches. There we are. That's everything this week. Yeah, there we are. Ed looks really bored.
You knew that was going to happen.
No, I'm listening.
I'm blue, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die.
He's listening intently.
Joe remembers when I dressed as the Joker a few years ago with green hair. That was a few years ago. You're heading on for
Furious celery.
15 years there, Joe. Yeah. There's a lot of comments that have come in. I'm not going to show them all.
Can we just acknowledge Dave's curious celery?
Does anyone here like celery? Not selling, just curious.
Yeah, with some salt on. Celery with salt.
I can eat it, but I'm not a fan of it.
Or even a nice dollop of Philadelphia on there. Other soft cheese brands are available, however.
Yes, they are. But only Philadelphia will do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not Dairy Lee.
Well, if you go to the Toys Fair soon,
Not
was some
Dairy
cool
Lee.
items I spotted on your last video. Oh, thank you, Richard. Thank you very much.
But I do a thing with Dairy Lee, though.
If you've got Dairy Lee on your stick of celery, then there's something.
No, not on celery, no. But I will take a triangle of Dairy Lee and slam it between two cream crackers and make a Dairy Lee sandwich. I will do that.
Joe, are you feeling quite well?
Yeah, I'll tell you something. Talking of cheese, back in the day, I used to quite enjoy eating Primula out of the tube. Do you remember Primula?
Oh, I remember Primula. Primula's vile.
My Klingon nearly killed my Star Destroyer there. Unfortunately.
Phil only likes his celery when it comes on a doctor. It's a great ingredient, not keen on the strings if eaten raw. I agree. I'm not a fan of celery. We were eating something the other day. What is in this? This is a really weird taste. And I was told that it was celery salt. I said, yeah, don't do that again. Don't do that again. That's nasty. Another thing, how are you going to make your coffees in the shop? The same way I always make my coffees in the shop. I put the coffee into the machine and I go, boop. And then it spits out coffee.
It's a kind of magic.
Lots of cream, lots of sugar.
I just won't be carrying them.
You're going to have to get one of those man pouches, aren't you?
Man pouch.
To carry things around in.
Put that on Ritz crackers. What, Primula? Or Philadelphia?
Philadelphia, yeah. You can dip them into Philadelphia.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Old friend 80s, how far behind are you?
He's back in the 80s. He's about 40 years
Yeah.
behind.
45 years
Well, actually,
back, apparently.
that should have stayed as one film. We all quite agree with you. When you catch up to this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you'll realise that we weren't ignoring you back then.
And here you are.
It's like, that I've got an absolutely belting idea. Do you know that dinosaur theme park that Hammond had that absolutely went, just absolutely went wrong and people died? Why don't we make another theme park with dinosaurs?
With more dinosaurs, more likely to eat people, yes.
But we're just not happy with normal dinosaurs. Let's start doing a bit of genetic jiggery-pokery.
Yeah.
Well, the second one wasn't that, was it? A second theme park?
No, it wasn't. No, it was the
wreckage of the
Site
first.
B. It was Site B that had obviously been overrun, and
That's right, yeah.
so that had its own little kind of Jurassic Park thing going off where the dinosaurs rebelled and the shackles off of their human oppressors and decided to fight for freedom.
I can't remember now. Where was the third one set? Was that set back on the original island or still at Site B?
It's back on the original island, I think.
Right, okay. But then, I mean, obviously you've got those two. They were working in tandem at the same time. But then for the sequel series, which is Jurassic World, that's when you get the idea what you've just put forward. It's like, yeah, well, but we'll try again. It just makes no sense, does it?
Is it in? I think there's one of the other films. Oh, it's this new one that's coming out this year.
Hello!
The,
How are you? I won't say your name because I know you don't want everyone to know your name, but hello there.
In this new one that's coming out this year with Scarlett
What custom you
Johansson.
don't like? Do you dip your dude in their coffee?
I think they're introducing another island, like a
Yeah,
third side.
she's on an island for it, isn't she? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and it's not Isla Nublar or Isla Sauna. It's another island.
Yeah.
It's a third site.
Why would I make a customer I don't like a coffee in the first place?
Right. Third movie's on Site B. So the first, so the first film is Isla Sauna, and then the
Ew.
film 2 and 3 is Isla Nublar. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Does that? Yeah, it's Jurassic.
How dare you, Joe?
Is it Jurassic World? The first one with Chris Pratt. That's back on the original island, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, in London, seeing a play. Oh, you told me about this, didn't you? You did. You told me about this.
Ah.
Because Tom Hiddleston is in the play.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Just
Addressing Palpatine's comment there.
Oh, there's too many comments to catch up on.
Where Palp says,
Oh.
where is it? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, that's that's Dewsbury.
What, genetic failures?
Ouch.
Isla run for the bus. I'm surprised it's not relaxative in these coffees. What the hell, Joe?
He means laxative.
I know, but why would I put that in coffees? Coffees do that naturally anyway.
Not for everyone. Some people it bungs them up.
Third film gave us the talking raptor, did it?
Yeah, where Sam Neill he 3D prints the vocal chamber.
That's right. Yeah, I thought he actually meant talking.
No,
right, okay.
like
Right, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
all that kind of thing.
Yes, and much ado about nothing. That's right. See, I do listen to you. I don't always remember everything, but I do listen.
I said that.
It's a good play. Is that much
Yeah.
ado about nothing?
You know, listen.
Who's playing bottom?
I know Tom Hiddleston's in it. I don't know what he's playing.
Carter is in it as well. Hayley Atwell's in it, I believe.
Yes, she did tell me that as well.
Now there's a nice pairing.
Some of my work colleagues have gone to see it. I have not.
I quite enjoyed the film. Much ado about nothing. The one that Kenneth Branagh did, like Emma Thompson and Keanu Reeves and
All right.
Michael Keaton.
All right. Oh,
It's quite good.
Good cast, yeah. Good cast.
Oh, this shelf is looking awesome now. It's a shame you can't see it.
I'm going to say robots are being assembled here, I feel. Yes, you see himself over my title now.
Oh, I missed one. Sorry. Right, Tom is playing Benedict.
Right.
His dream sequence, he sees a raptor on the plane and says,
Oh, yeah.
that's right. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I remember now. Yes.
Like that gopher on that BBC thing where they did talking animals. That gopher's like, Alan.
Two Marvel characters I cannot stand. Go on, then.
I don't know. You see, I don't mind marbles.
Raptors have conch shells in their skulls, and that's what Jurassic Park 3 told me. Oh, okay. What's that in your picture, then? Is that another rement?
What Jurassic Park 3 taught me is that they had no idea what a Spinosaurus actually looked like. But, you know.
Well, you could say the same about Jurassic Park, the first one.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were going by
Velociraptors.
they were going by what they knew at the time, weren't they?
But you see, the thing is, though, with the first film, he jumped the gun, but I think it was about 6 months, 12 months after the first Jurassic Park film came out, they actually found the skeletons that matched the
Velociraptors, but they were more about the size of a chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but actual velociraptors are a lot smaller. Yeah, I think the skeletons that they found after the film came out, I think they called them Utah Raptor.
Why can you not stand Loki and Agent Carter, Joe? No, because ignore that question, because that means that you're likely to answer it.
He's just referencing the Much Ado About Nothing commentary, that's all.
No, he's saying that they are two Marvel characters that he cannot stand. You see.
Oh, I see. Right, got you.
Yes. It's a mini Gundam kit out of a Gashapon, is it? Oh, right, okay. I thought it was under one of those remakes. Okay. Cool. I see the Gashapon at the back now. And then just lots of little bits. Cool. Oh, I can see the instructions now I'm looking. Yeah, I see it now.
It's like a Kinder
But you
Surprise.
see, that's
Dinosaurus with a Nokia ringtone.
I'm still on with Jurassic Park 3 here. There is no way on this planet that a Spinosaurus will be able to kill a T-Rex. It just ain't happening.
I did it.
Yeah, in the film, the Spinosaurus beats the T-Rex, and just no.
But weren't they genetically defective?
Spinosaurus wasn't. Its anatomy wasn't built for combat in that respect. It was like it spent most of its time, like it was kind of like part aquatic, and it hunted fish, and it just didn't have the actual jaw muscles or compression to be able to fight a T-Rex. T-Rex would have got hold of it and just snapped its neck and game over. Sorry, I geeked out a bit there, didn't I? Sorry.
Join us next time on the anatomy of dinosaurs.
Yeah.
With Ed.
As we all know, Zoidzilla does kill everything, so yeah.
Loki and Agent Carter, two of the best characters for Dave. There we go. Don't believe what they show you in movies. Loki is... Oh, I love Loki, says Emblem. She loves a bit of Loki, but only the version that's played by Tom Hiddleston.
Funnily enough.
Yes, dinosaurs are very cool.
Dinosaurs are cool. Well, they're not anymore.
Well, fossils are quite cold.
Depends on where you keep them.
Rocks tend to be cold underground.
Yeah, underground, but you put them in the oven, they're nice and warm.
Because dinosaurs are the...
Leave them out in the sun, they start warming up.
If you have an oven big enough to fit a dinosaur skeleton in...
Depends on the dinosaur.
You see, technically, they're not skeletons, they're not bones, it's mineralised rock.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go.
Sorry.
Good.
And did you know, right, that most of the skeletons that you see in museums of dinosaurs are actually casts? They're not their actual mineralised fossils, because they'd be just too heavy to articulate and have standing. Sorry, I'll get my coat.
What was that film called where they drove the Brontosaurus through London? It had Chinese people in it.
One of our dinosaurs is missing. Starring which Doctor from Doctor Who?
Ooh.
Yes, one of those.
Who?
Which Doctor it'll be? I'm going to go for a pump, but is it John Pertwee?
It certainly is. In a blinking, you'll miss it moment.
Right.
Yeah.
He has a cameo appearance looking out of the window to watch it go by.
Right.
And not only that, what is its connection to Star Wars?
It will be... Right, it's a very long time since I've seen it. It's probably going to be one of the bad guys or the henchmen. It's probably one of the Imperial officers in it.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say that's not true because I don't know that. But Buford has just said it, and so has Palpatine. That's right. The dinosaur, the long neck and the head, is indeed the great dragon that you see in Star Wars: A New Hope in the desert.
All right.
And I only found out...
How bizarre.
It's not real. Yeah, that is a good connection. I only found out last week. It's still there in the desert.
Is it?
Was one of our dinosaurs missing made before? Star?
Oh, yeah.
It must have been. Yeah, it was a really old film, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. 100%.
Ember's gone, it's too cold.
Someone tell me what year that one made.
I'd take a guess at something like 74.
75. So you want
Well,
far.
far off, was I?
Good guess. Solid guess, Gareth.
Right, so they actually pinched that skeleton for the.
They would have had that big a budget, don't forget, for the first one, so they probably had to reuse what they could to what they could, as many films do.
Right, yeah. No, it's here, yeah. Black and white, yeah. Yeah, the Diplodocus
That's right.
skeleton.
To be fair, if you were to see that skeleton from Only Fools and Horses, that's a very different one. One of our dinosaurs is missing, you would recognise it instantly as the Crate Dragon. But yeah, Richards also said he's only just realised a few days ago it's Patrick Troughton that was impaled by a church spire in The Omen.
Yeah, and also in The Omen, it's Chancellor Gorkin that gets his head chopped off.
That's right. David Warner, who's also played the part of the Doctor in the Big Finish audios, and he's also been in live action Doctor Who with Matt Smith.
He's also in Babylon 5, as I recall.
Was it Matt Smith? No, it wasn't, was it? It was Peter Capaldi. It was the submarine episode with the Ice Warriors.
Oh, yes.
Yep, they left it there. I didn't realise it was still there until very recently.
I think it had been buried for a while, but I think someone had dug it out.
Apparently, it's been turned into an exhibit that you can go and visit.
Yeah.
But it's still there in the desert. Alex Luthor also uses a Death Star control room panel, and he has Ben Kenobi's lightsaber casket to keep his kryptonite in.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
Look at all these wonderful connections. You mentioned Patrick Troughton. Did you know he was also in Jason and the Argonauts?
Yes, he's the blind guy.
He's the blind guy that has to fight off the harpies.
Harpies. Which is spooky because I'm mentioning that film in my next video.
Oh, of course you are. Yes. Yes. No spoilers. No spoilers. It's in the title, but no spoilers.
Yeah, I was watching the remake of Clash of the Titans the other week.
It's not a bad film.
It's not a bad film, but they completely and utterly mess up the actual storyline of it. You know, it's just like, oh, hang on a minute. It's supposed to tap off with Andromeda at the end of this film, not Io. Io is actually his grandmother.
Well, keep it in the family.
Or it's either his grandmother or his aunt in the Greek mythology. But then he also becomes. What is it now? He becomes. Let's see now. It's something about. If I remember right, it's something like his brother becomes his grandson, or something like, or his grandson is also his brother. It's basically Zeus. Zeus comes down from Olympus and he gets a bit frisky with Perseus's daughter.
Zeus can't keep it in his pants, basically.
Yeah.
Like, ever.
No, it can't.
I'm not sure there was a Golden Voyage of Sinbad film. I want to say it was the 7th Voyage of Sinbad.
No, I think there is Golden Voyage of Sinbad.
Is there?
Yeah.
That is ringing a vague bell with me as well, from the original films.
Yeah, 1973, Golden Voyage.
Okay, I'll take it back then.
Yeah, Tom Baker.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was 7th Voyage of Sinbad. Because I can remember spending ages trying to find the other 6 films.
Yes,
I was a kid. It was before the internet, and I had one of them on VHS, and I wanted to get the other 6.
The other voyages were not as exciting, so they only made the film at the 7th.
Yes, it's 7th Voyage of Sinbad is from the 50s.
Oh, is it? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's the one with the Cyclops with the horn.
Right. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it back. I've been proven wrong live on air.
I think they're all Ray Harryhausen things anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely are.
Yeah.
See, I thought the one that Tom Baker was in was is it Eye of the Tiger? Is it Eye of the Tiger? Sinbad? Oh, what other Sinbad films are there?
Yeah, it's Eye of the Tiger.
Right, I thought that's the one that Tom Baker was in.
No.
Fair
So
enough.
yeah. No, he's in Golden Voyage. I think he's a bad guy. I think he's a bit of a nasty pasty in that one.
Oh yeah, he plays the bad guy, definitely.
Because that's the one that's got. I'm pretty sure it's Jane Seymour that's in that one.
Oh yeah.
Yes, she is.
Oh, Jane
Yes.
Seymour.
Oh.
Oh.
Dr. Quinn. Oh right, no, sorry, it's Patrick Troughton that's in Eye of the Tiger.
It's the Eye of the Tiger. There you go. That ties in with the only Rocky film I've seen.
Yeah.
And it's not even from the first one; it's from the third one. Here's a bit of trivia for you.
Go on then.
Rocky 3, yeah. The music used in Rocky 3 was supposed to be the song that they used in Karate Kid, but Sylvester Stallone didn't like it, so they went with Eye of the Tiger instead.
You know, I've got a funny feeling, Andy, that is exactly the same figure that you're going to be showing in your video tomorrow.
Entirely possible, yes.
The only difference being that yours has the tag.
Or it may be a Trojan horse.
But
That's a whole different figure. Yeah.
Shrunken Princess.
Yeah.
The stolen Pakistani ambassador's car in the Italian job was at a garage and was used without their knowledge. It was a genuine ambassador's car. Interesting.
This car belongs to the Pakistani ambassador.
Please do not blow its doors off.
Bloody doors. Well,
that is a great film. A great film.
I'll let you know when I've seen it.
And it literally does finish on a cliffhanger.
But don't. See, I already know the ending, so there's any point me watching it.
Oh yeah. You should go and sit in a corner for 10 minutes with your head in holding your head in shame because you haven't seen that.
Why?
Because it's one of those films that being, growing up when you grew up and being English, you have to have seen it.
I bet there's more people my age that have seen the remake and not the original than there are people like me that haven't seen either of them.
Well, good form prohibits me from saying what kind of people those people are.
It's a must see. You know, it was on the list many years ago, but that list has disappeared now. And when I made a new list, I didn't put it on it. It's got so many stars in it. It's like our background behind us, isn't it? We've got a lot of stars in our background.
There's Michael Caine, there's Noel Coward, there's Robert Powell, to name Benny Hill.
Oh, wow. So Richard's seen Rocky 2, 3, 4, 5, but he's never seen Rocky.
He's not seen the best one.
Yeah, well. I've seen some.
Oh, excuse me.
Just not all of them. I've probably not seen as many as what I've got in my collection, to be fair.
I was something in my collection for something last night. And I was like, I didn't know I had this on Blu-ray. And I was like, I need to have a watching
Sorry,
session.
Dave's comments come up here before Martin's. It jumped. Have I watched The Running Man?
Ah ha ha ha.
Yeah, but which Running Man is he going to watch? Because apparently that's been remade.
I've seen the original, but I've seen a film. I've seen a film.
And did you know the Running Man, the original film Running Man, it was supposed to be.
No, I've still not seen it.
It was supposed to be Patrick Swayze.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, they wanted Patrick Swayze for the lead role.
Okay.
But he turned it down and ended up doing this. Oh, what were it called now? That were it, Dirty Dancing.
Small hit.
Now, I've never seen the extras on the Hobbit DVDs. On the Lord of the Rings, yes, but not the Hobbit ones. Because the Hobbit films just aren't good enough to justify watching the special features on them.
I must admit, I don't think I've ever tried to watch them.
Have I seen Star Wars movies? Yes, I have seen all 7 of them.
Yeah, right. That's who. Yeah. Yes, it was. Yes, Paul Michael Glazier directed it. Well, he was brought in because the original director was fired, and they brought in Paul Michael Glazier to finish it off.
See, Phil doesn't think it's very good. I thought it was all right. I actually thought the idea and the premise behind it could have been really, really, really good. Had it had a bit more, maybe creativity. I don't know if that's the right word. But yeah, I think it could have been better than it was. But I enjoyed it.
It's a typical 80s film. It's a typical 80s Arnis film.
Edgar Wright is making it. It could be nearer to Stephen King's book. Interesting. Yeah, it is. It's very cheesy. Okay, so Dave's having 4 slices of toast for supper because he's feeling rather greedy right now. Is anybody else having any toast for supper?
Is he having any celery on that toast?
I'm thinking about crackers now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I do think it should have a sequel.
Was it not one of the Bachman books?
Yeah, he wrote
Well,
it.
wasn't it? Yeah. See, I am slightly cultured. What do I think of Constantine and should it get a sequel?
You can get some antibiotic cream for that.
But Constantine has had sort of a backdoor kind of thing because he appears in Sandman.
He's referring to the film.
Yeah, the
Keanu Reeves.
I know he is. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying
okay.
the character Constantine is. I think it's that same character, isn't it?
Yeah, in the comics. It's the same character.
Yeah.
Although interestingly, in the TV series of Sandman, they've changed Constantine to be a woman.
Indeed.
So it's certainly not the same one.
No.
I would like to see a sequel to Keanu Reeves' Constantine film. I know. Don't get me wrong. I know and acknowledge people who are fans of Constantine don't particularly like it, because it's not true to the source material. But as someone who's never read the Constantine comics, it does what I need it to do. It's an incredible film.
Commando was better.
Yeah, Commando's a good film.
Commando was awesome. No celery on the toast.
No celery on the toast.
I might have some toast for breakfast in a minute, but not for dinner. Says Zombie. Does the toast transform into celery? Sandman is cancelled, and I wonder why.
Oh.
I wonder why Sandman is cancelled. What's really annoying, though, is that the Dead Boy Detectives isn't getting a season 2, and I really wish it would, because that was a fantastic series. I really enjoyed that.
Yes, that is a good film.
What, same here, Ed? Phil, you love Transformers, really, don't you, Phil? You do. You love Transformers, really. Prophecy with Christopher Walken is a good film. Well, isn't anything with Christopher Walken good?
I tell you another Christopher Walken film that's good,
Suicide Kings.
Which not a lot of people have seen, is it's a film called Brainstorm.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah, I know. Not many people have. If you get the chance to watch it, Brainstorm, Christopher Walken. It's also got Louise Fletcher in it, who played Kai Wynn in DS9.
Oh yeah.
It's a good film. It is real, and it's sort of like, it's kind of like it deals with almost kind of like a virtual reality in that they're exploring the inner mind and projecting the inner mind and stuff like that into stuff. But yeah, it's that film. But I mean, my personal favourite with Christopher Walken is The Deer Hunter.
Is what? Sorry.
The Deer Hunter.
Oh, I've heard of it. I don't know if I've ever watched it.
You've not seen Deer Hunter?
Don't think so.
Right. Bye.
Guess what, Andy? He's outnumbered on this one. I've not seen it either.
Sorry.
No, it doesn't surprise me that you've not seen it. It's sort of like, it's kind of like good films that Gareth have seen. None.
Ouch.
No, we have a little joke, me and Gareth.
Look, considering the amount of these films that he says is good that he's put on for me to watch, and he's now saying that I've not seen any good films, that means that the films he thinks are good are not very good.
You haven't been to see a film at my house for years. But yeah.
Does anyone remember a film called Patrick?
Patrick?
Patrick. Maybe known as Pat.
Yeah.
Postman, by any chance? No?
What's that? Say that again.
No, it said, has anyone seen a film called Patrick? You seemed puzzled. I said, maybe goes by the name of Pat? Maybe he's a postman? I don't know. However, Zombie's seen it. For next week, Gareth's top 10 films he's not seen. Well, I wouldn't know if they're any good, would I?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a film that Gareth will be watching, though, at the weekend. My Left Foot.
Deer Hunter, the Russian roulette scene.
Yeah. Don't spoil it.
That Russian roulette scene.
It's just it's the Deer Hunter's one of those films where it is quite harrowing.
Guy laid in a hospital bed. I'm guessing that's Patrick.
But it's like it is fully engrossing. It does draw you in. It is a really good film. It's not. It's all like it's a bit of a cerebral film.
Is that Patrick?
The Christopher Walken was in Sleepy Hollow as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he played
Yes, he was.
Horseman. But Dead Zone is Christopher Walken in
I
Dead
have
Zone.
seen Anna in the Apocalypse.
That's a psychic one, is that as well? He's like he's able to. I think it's when he touches people, he's able to see like the futures and that.
I've seen clips of that one.
I have not. You would lose that bet, Reanimator.
But yeah, I think it's also got Martin Sheen in it as well. I think it's Martin Sheen that plays the senator that's in that one.
It's a film I will probably never see as well because it's one that my ex banged on about all the time.
Yes, it's a girl film.
Yeah, so no.
What? Footloose is a girl's film?
It's actually quite good.
Footloose is amazing.
Yeah,
I was watching it the other night. Any time that's one of those movies. Whenever it's on telly, I'll just sit and watch it. Even it's just like.
See, I think of Love Actually as a girl's film, but I still think it's brilliant, and I watch it.
What's that?
Love Actually, I would say is a girl's film, but I still love it.
Yeah, it's
Love Actually is a good film. Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's still a chick flick. It's a chick flick.
It's a couple's film.
It's a chick flick. Oh, well, we've passed the 2-hour stage, and yeah. And Ed's normally trying to get away from the 9. Sorry, what's that?
We need more cowbell.
Cowbell?
Yeah, we've got to have more cowbell. I'm liking what I'm hearing, but we need more cowbell.
Oh my God, where's all these comments just suddenly appeared from? Patrick is a psychological thriller. Surprised nobody has said Walken in Batman. Well, it wasn't Batman, it was Batman Returns, and I was thinking it, I just didn't say it.
Max Schreck.
Yes, that's right. It was more about your current leg situation, though. There was a Saturday Night Live sketch when he told someone they were going to buy a coffee and leave it in the taxi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Something we agree on, Dave, says Phil. What did Dave say? Footloose is great. Right, okay, fair enough. Love Actually is awful. Truly awful. And you know something? Somehow it didn't return.
I mean, it has though. It's just returned in many different guises.
You've seen that, Gareth? What the? I'm unsubscribing. Fire in the Sky. Yeah, that was an interesting film. Yeah, definitely. Batman Returns is pretty solid, definitely. And sorry, that didn't even come up then, did it? I'm trying these animations. Batman Returns is pretty solid. And hooray, Phil, says Dave. Yeah, I'm going to have to see whether or not these animation can be turned off on these comments.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Little bit.
The branding, let's have a look. I mean, it's a bit late now, obviously.
Yes, but for next time.
For next time, yeah. I need to see whether or not they can be turned off.
Well, we didn't
have them last week, did we? Last time.
We didn't get round to talking about it, but I will just quickly mention.
He's off. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Good night. We're getting there.
Yeah. So there we go.
Oh, you were going to get around to talking about something. Go on.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yes.
You were literally just saying it.
Well, no. I'll save it for next time because it'll sort of like it'll drag us on, and it may be time to go anyway, mate. It's because we've done 2 hours, haven't we?
We have done 2 hours. Yeah. I tell you what. Then wait until after the gubbins. Tell us it, and then we can prepare whatever we're going to talk about. Right, we're going to get off, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for sticking with us for over 2 hours now. And if you have just joined us, tough, but you can always go back and watch it from the beginning. So, yeah, good night, everyone. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Ed. It's been another wonderful chat. What are you up to in the coming days, Andy?
I've got a Cosmic Toys / eBay pickups video tomorrow night, and I will undoubtedly have another Trek Toys video for you on Monday. Same time, same batch channel.
Ed, have you got anything coming?
I'm currently working on maintaining my 100% unachievement. Yeah, I'm maintaining 100% unachievement, and I'm currently on 97% procrastination. So I'm lagging a bit behind on that one. Hopefully, over the next few days, I should get to 100% on that one as well.
If you can be bothered.
If I can be bothered, yeah. So that's really what I'm up to. No, I've said it before, and I say it every time. I have a black folder down there with hundreds of ideas in for stuff to do. Yeah, it's down there, but it's just like I'm a great ideas person, but I just can't be bothered at the moment. So I'm just happy taking my photos and posting them to Instagram. Because it's like, and as I was saying to Gareth on Monday, I have ideas, and I think, right, I'll do that, and then I see someone has already bloody done it, So it's like, so it's like.
So what? The most unique thing that you can offer an audience is yourself.
You've got to do it your way. See?
There we go. Right, and on that
stunning tone.
Good night, everyone. Yeah, I think it's this button. Good night, all.